we are laying the groundwork so that people will not repeat criminal behavior. Restorative justice is a key element in my approach to criminal justice because I believe very strongly that we need alternatives and different ways to approach individual cases in our system.
Restorative Denver is an alternative to the traditional legal system where we address crime, harm, and accountability through community-based conferencing. This program relies on folks recognizing what they did, owning up to what they did, not being afraid to speak to who they did it to, and being able to say, how can I make it better?
I got involved with the Restorative Denver program 2 years ago now. This experience has put my actions into perspective as far as who I'm impacting and what neighborhoods I'm impacting and the people that live there.
My district attorney offered me the program. It kind of makes you reflect and think about the things you were doing versus just, let me just pay my fine, be done with it, accept my punishment.
Restorative Denver relies on the accountability of the person who caused harm. We touch base on that accountability piece throughout the program so that we can find repair in an intentional way.
And all those things, whether you believe it or not, they make you kind of reflect on what you had done while still letting you go forward and taking the certain steps to go forward.
A lot of people do approach restorative justice with skepticism, and I must admit that I did as well when I first learned about it. But having observed some of the circles and observing the results, I have learned to really appreciate what can be accomplished in Restorative Denver. In the traditional criminal justice system where people end up going to prison, the recidivism rate or the repeat offense rate is about 50% within 3 years. In our program, the recidivism rate is 2%, so very, very low. In fact, the lowest of any program I'm aware of.
Participating in this program has impacted my life positively. I have more intent and thought behind the way I carry myself and how I present myself in the neighborhoods that I reside in and to the people that I interact with daily.
The beauty of restorative justice is that it's a more satisfying way to resolve a case for both, I think, the victim and the defendant, because they both participate.
I didn't want the gentleman to receive any felony charges because the legal system is unforgiving. By going through the restorative justice process instead of the normal legal process, I got the closure that I needed without the harm. I can't talk them up enough because they've done an amazing job. It brings a lot of emotions.
So that's really the ultimate goal, is to increase understanding, have more satisfaction for victims and defendants, and then prevent further criminal activity.